Alright, people, that time is finally here. The new controversial truth brought to you by Authority Transportation. If you gotta get it there, there's only one way to get it there, and that is with Authority. And this is a new format where we're going with. We're trying, video. We got the whole video screen behind us, and so we're gonna see, how the format works out. But it's still the same old show. You're gonna get the truth, controversial truth. There will be a panel. But for now, this is a solo act, so it's me. And we're gonna get straight into this thing. Kevin Durant, he withdraws from Team USA, and he won't play in the FIBA World Championships, which he say he's just mentally drained, physically drained. He needs time to prepare for the up and coming season. He has to get a championship, and I understand the importance of getting an NBA championship. Yes. It is time, for you to step up and try to capture your crown of your own. You're the MVP, the reigning MVP. But at the same time, one must wonder or ponder how much of the Paul George injury has really sunk into Durant's head, as well as other players' heads. Yeah, I heard an interview with James Harden earlier where he says he doesn't think about it. He just goes play basketball. But some players may have that in the back of their mind, and it may cause them not to be able to give you 110% as you would like. So I can understand Kevin Durant kind of sitting back, but if you ball, you ball. I mean, that's just how it is. We're going to stick with the NBA and stick with balling, and Cleveland today has really put itself to the forefront of the Eastern Conference, in my opinion, as the legitimate favorite. The Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, and the #1 draft pick coming up. That's a solid deal. And I really like the deal for both sides because Cleveland gets a proven player who isn't quite a player that you can say, look, Kevin Love, we're going to put this team on your back and you're going to go get it done. No, he's not that guy. But if you put him with a guy like LeBron and maybe with a Kyrie Irving, LeBron is a champion, and he's the type of player that he helps other players get better. He put players in position to succeed. He can make Kevin Love a Hall of Famer. He can make Kyrie Irving a Hall of Famer if they go get the chips. You got to get the chips. You got to get the wins. And as for Andrew Wiggins, you get to go to Minnesota and have your own team. You weren't going to have your team in Cleveland. You're not going to be in front of LeBron or Irving. No, you're not going to be in front of those guys. So you're a third option at best. And that's not what you signed up for. You signed up to be the #1 guy and have your own team. And now you have that opportunity. And it's so funny that the two #1 draft picks from Canada are now both on the same team in Minnesota, which is close to Canada, which perhaps would be good in the market for Minnesota as far as selling tickets. I don't really know how that whole Canadian-Minnesota thing goes, but I think it's a good move for both sides. And my poor Hawks, we still got to build. But hey, this is the NBA, and we're going to get into the NFL a little bit. We got preseason action on tonight. 49ers and Ravens are playing, and Blaine Gabbert looks awful as usual. Some people questioned the trade that 49ers made to Jacksonville to actually acquire Blaine Gabbert, and hey, we thought maybe Jim Harbaugh knows something the rest of us don't, but apparently he doesn't, because Blaine Gabbert is just awful. And the Jets and the Colts are playing right now as well, and we already saw that was kind of a quarterback battle now. And everybody knows that I've been a Jets fan since the New York Sack Exchange, and I'm a big Michael Vick fan, but I'm okay with Geno Smith being the starter and coming in being an incumbent. But tonight, Mike Vick looked pretty good. The only touchdown drive in the first half was led by Mike Vick. 3 of 6. He had 3 rushes for 19 yards. Citing Mike Vick, he led to the touchdown. Chris Johnson from the 1. I'm just saying, we already know what it is. It's a quarterback battle. It may end up being a quarterback controversy, but I hope not. I really like Geno. I hope he can step it up and get the job done and let Mike Vick come in a relief role. You will probably see both these guys this year, but as always, go Mike Vick, go Jets. And before I get out of here, it's just a couple news points that I'll just point out, on this shortened version of the controversial truth. You got Raymond Felton, who's been suspended for 4 games, coming up next year for having a gun pretty much in New York, which he's fortunate not to have done time, but he's paid a $5,000 fine and do 500 hours of community service. He'll get suspended for the 4 games by the NBA, and that'll be that. Greg Oden also arrested for hitting his girlfriend in the face. When you're that big, I don't know why, I don't know this girl. I haven't seen her. I don't know what the news was, but apparently they got into it. He hit her in the face, and that's that. Look, you're already having troubles, standing on your own 2 feet. Love that girl, man. Have somebody to lean on, Greg. I don't know what else you possibly have going for you, but I mean, battering women is an issue that I think we need to solve. Definitely in the sports world, we saw with Ray Rice and the punishment or lack of punishment he got. Now, trust me, I'm one of those guys who believe if you can show up to your job, I don't really care what a guy does off field, whether he beats his wife, he kills a dog, he shoots dice and get caught up. Look, as long as he can show up to work. But being it that we are in a time where we are seeing guys penalized, we are seeing guys like Roger Goodell come in and punish guys for doing wrong. To give Ray Rice 2 games for battering his wife. I mean, we saw the tape. We saw him dragging her out the elevator. I mean, if you're gonna have, statutes where you're punishing people, 2 games really for hitting a woman, Greg Oden, you really want to be 7 feet, broke knee, and hitting a woman? I think that's just something we have to rationalize. Finally, the big news of the day is college football. The NCAA has agreed to allow the 5 power conferences to pretty much write their own check, to pretty much make their own rule book, to pretty much do what they want to do as far as stifling players, as far as changing rules, as far as... And when we're talking about changing rules, we're not just talking about on-the-field rules. We're talking about practice rules. We're talking about recruiting rules. So now all that's left is the major vote. Now, the smaller conferences, of 75 schools vote against the NCAA's proposal of allowing the 5 power conferences to pretty much do what the hell they want to do, then it'll be vetoed, but it's not expected. So this is about to be big change in college football. I mean, now they're even talking about players allowed to take sponsorship dollars and really, do something in this capitalistic society. So this is the news to really, keep a close eye on to the coming days and months in college football and in sports entertainment. Finally, last but not least, the WCF Fantasy Football League, which is the fantasy football league that I commissioned, ran by onemancave.com. We have 6 slots available. If you're interested in joining the most competitive league in fantasy football, just submit your email address to me and you can make it happen. Now, there's a $100 fee, but there are weekly payouts. There's first, second, and third place prizes. Also, there will be a fantasy show that will be held right here on onemancave.com. So if you want to be part of something special and part of something great, just contact me through the info page, or you can contact me through Twitter at onemancave.com, or you can go to Facebook, Enrique James, and just inbox me your email, and I can send you an invite if the slots haven't already dried up. So, these are some things that you can have and look forward to with onemancave.com. The controversial truth. I am your boy Enrique James, aka Notty. Till next time, the truth, it should set you free. Holla.